So I'm extremely passionate about events. Events changed my entire life, not just my business, my life. And there's two things that I've found that will really help when you're trying to get a team member to attend a destination event. I'm very, very passionate about destination events. And the first is to ask questions. You know, you first got to find out what that person wants. You can't just promote something to someone that doesn't want to be promoted to. Does that make sense? And so once you understand what they want to achieve, then you've got to get good at telling a story. Because, you know, as they say, stories sell, but facts tell. All right? And so what I found works for me is, and I've got a very good story about this event, by the way, if I may tell it.
Sure.
So 2013, I'd only been in network marketing for about 2 years. I'd been following Eric on YouTube. And I just knew I had to come to the GoPro event in, I think it was December. The problem was that I didn't have enough money. And so I took 35,000 Rand, which is about $3,000 out of my mortgage. And 6 of us arrived here. And then I tell the story about, you know, how we all slept in one room, literally. But we got here. And then the biggest thing that happened for me at that stage is when I walked into this room with 3,000 people at the Bally's, I think. And I just realized I was thinking too small. And I realized how big this industry was. And I realized I needed to up my game. And so do you, Mr. Team Member, want to up your game? Is that what you'd like to do? Yes, I'd like to do that. Well, then you've got to come. Tell your story and motivate. And so then I'll tell the story, you know, to promote this event, we tell the story of the last 4 years of what's happened. Okay, then in the next year, this is what happened. And we brought 12 people. And the next year, it happened, we brought 18 people. And then it ballooned to 60 last year. And why do you think that's happening? It's happening because events work. Now, do you want to watch us do this, or do you want to come with us and do this? It's your choice. Life's about choices. And when you get the person in your team thinking about, you know, it's their choice and the consequences of their decisions, what I found is most of the time the right person will make the right decision. And then the irony is you also know who to work with at that stage. So, to sum it all up, get good at telling stories. Just get good at telling stories and get your leaders getting good at telling stories. If you can create a leadership team and a culture of storytelling in your business, and it could be just as well be for the product stories, event stories, tell stories, create your stories. Make sure that when you're talking those stories and you're in front of the people that you are being authentic and they believe you. And they will follow you to the events. But I will tell you this, without events, you don't have a business. We've got people in South Africa that they'll look at their team grow. My team in South Africa, they'll look at their team grow and they'll come to me, oh, Andrew, my team grew by 100 people. I say, great, how many people did you have at the monthly training last month? Oh, I had 50. How many did you have this month? 25. Great, your team grew by 100 people, but you got less people at the event. Your team is shrinking, not growing. Events are your biggest indicator of how healthy your business is. So whether it's month-to-month trainings or a national company event or a destination event, I know my business is healthier today than it was in 2013, but it's grown from 6 people to GoPro to 100. That's a very simple calculation. Would you agree? Okay, so just get good at telling stories, be authentic, and ask the people questions.